Hello and welcome to my Dubai Fitness Challenge yoga video. My name is Jess and for the next 30 minutes I'll be guiding you on a relaxing yoga sequence. Feel free to modify any exercises that you feel that you need to, but most importantly just listening to your own body, your own intuition. If you feel that you need to take a break or just come into child's pose, just listen to your body and do as you feel is good for you. All right, so while we're in this together today, it's about you, so enjoy and let's get into it. So just coming into a seated position and sitting nice and comfortably on the ground or on your mat, and just bringing your palms to face up and just starting to take some nice long deep breaths all the way into your belly, rising up to your chest and slowly out through the nose. So we're going to bring a count of 6 on the in-breath and a count of 3 on the out-breath. So breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slowly out for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slowly exhale for 3, 2, 1. Good, and just continue that for 4 more rounds. You might want to adjust your timing, your counting. Once again, just tuning into your own intuition in your body and doing what's right for you. But as you continue to breathe, imagine that you're creating this circular breath that's coming in right down to the base of your spine and rising all the way back up to the crown of your head. So it's one continuous breath coming in and cleansing and clearing you out. And just starting to feel your sit bones grounded into the mat beneath you, grounded into the earth. And drawing that beautiful energy from the base of your spine all the way up through the back of the neck, and up to the crown of your head. And feeling this beautiful elongation all the way through your spine. Imagine that you're creating space between each and every vertebra with your breath. And feeling your energy begin to ground in. Feeling yourself begin to relax. And quietly setting an intention for your practice today. What energy would you like to receive in the next 30 minutes? And taking a nice big deep inhale all the way in, and exhale, bringing your fingertips down to the ground and just relaxing your shoulders all the way back and keeping your chest up nice and high. You can keep your eyes closed as well. We're just going to start to roll the neck around to the left, nice and gently, beginning to unwind any tightnesses or stress that you might be carrying in the shoulders and the neck. Good, and relaxing all the muscles in your face and your jaw. And continuing to breathe nice and deeply, allowing your in-breath to come in and create space. And with your out-breath, you're letting go of any tightnesses that you might be holding on to. Good, and slowly making your way in the opposite direction. And just taking an inward journey, keeping the eyes closed. And really starting to observe your neck and your shoulders and how they're feeling right now. And continuing to breathe nice and deeply into the belly and the chest. Good, and after your next exhale, coming all the way back to center. We're going to lift the arms all the way up on the next inhale, looking up. And exhale, releasing the right arm down to the ground. And we're just gonna start to slide over into a side bend. So we're just bending at the right elbow. It can either reach the ground, or if it doesn't quite reach, just bending. Softening the elbow, we're gonna lift the chest up, extend through the left arm, inhale. And exhale, sending the arm all the way over and creating this beautiful length down the left side of the body. And taking 3 deep breaths. Good, nice deep inhale all the way in. And exhale, slowly flowing all the way forward. We're gonna come around to the opposite side. So this time, taking the left arm out. I'm gonna bring the right arm all the way over and just softening through the left arm. Inhale, rising the chest up nice and high. Exhale, sending the right arm all the way over and pausing there for 3 deep breaths. And just allowing your hips to soften. Inhale. And exhale, slowly rounding all the way forward. We're going to stretch our arms out in front of us. So reaching the fingertips forward. Tuck the chin towards the chest and just allow the upper body to completely fold forward. If you're feeling your hips lifting off at the back, just grounding the hip bones back and feeling that beautiful lengthening all the way through the spine. And taking another 3 deep breaths. And there's this beautiful saying, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. So when you find yourself in these poses, holding on to any tightnesses, just allowing you to come into a space of surrender. You're taking 1 more deep breath all the way in. And exhale, slowly rolling all the way up into an upright position. Good, and from here we're gonna come into a tabletop position. Good, so taking the hands underneath the shoulders and spreading the fingers all the way out. Knees underneath the hips. And from here we're gonna move into a cat and cow. So as we inhale, we're gonna rise the tailbone, the chest to head up towards the sky. Exhale, rounding the spine and tucking the belly button all the way in. Inhale, rising up. Exhale and round. Good. Continue that for 3 more times. 1 breath, 1 movement. Moving at whatever pace feels best for you. Good, and after your last exhale, just coming back into your neutral spine, keeping the hips nice and high in the sky, we're gonna start to walk the arms all the way forward and come down into Anahatasana, or puppy pose. So this posture is a heart opening posture. You can either rest on the forehead, or if you're feeling a little more flexible, allow your chin to rest down on the mat. And taking 5 deep breaths here as you start to lengthen all the way through your spine. Allowing your chest to drop down, your heart to open, and your shoulders to relax. 2 more deep breaths. Good, inhale deeply all the way in. And on the exhale, slowly starting to walk the hands all the way back up into your tabletop position. Good, and on the next inhale, we're going to take the right arm up towards the sky, pausing here for 2 deep breaths, opening the chest, the rib cage, inhale, and exhale, threading the needle. We're going to take the right arm underneath the left and just keeping your left hand on the ground for support. Closing your eyes and taking 3 deep breaths here, feeling that beautiful twist through the hips, the shoulders, and the back. Good, and on the next inhale, we're going to rise the right arm back up towards the sky. And exhale, rounding it all the way back into your tabletop position, left side. Inhale, taking the left arm up, reaching up, looking up, taking 2 deep breaths. Inhale, reaching up a little bit higher. And exhale, thread the needle. We're going to take the left shoulder and the side of the head to the ground, and just keeping your right arm there for support. Taking 3 deep breaths. And just allow your spine to open in this beautiful rotation. Good, and on the next inhale, slowly rising the left arm right back up towards the sky. And exhale, coming back into your tabletop position. Good, and from here, we're gonna tuck the toes, lift the knees, gently press back into downward facing dog, and just taking a moment to check in with your downward facing dog by spreading the fingers out, spreading the toes out, keeping your hands in alignment with your shoulders and your feet in alignment with your hips. And on the next inhale, we're going to slowly lower the knees, stretching through the backs of the toes. Exhale, press the heels back and finding length in the spine. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 2 more. Good. And last one. Slowly bending the knees on the inhale. And exhale, finding length all the way through the back. Good, and from here, we're gonna take the right heel up into 3-legged dog. So just grounding your left heel into the mat. We're gonna press the right heel away, toes towards the ground, finding length in the back. Inhale, lifting the heel up a little bit higher. Exhale, bending at the knee, and we're going to twist and look underneath the right arm, coming into your scorpion dog, and just holding it here for 3 more breaths. Good, allowing the hips to open, the heel comes all the way back. Taking 1 more deep inhale all the way in. And exhale, coming back into downward facing dog. This time we're gonna ground the right heel into the mat and taking the left heel up. Inhale. Good, and once again, finding length, keeping the hips square to the ground. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. Good, inhale, kicking the heel up a little bit higher. Exhale, bending at the knee, and this time we're gonna look underneath the left arm, opening the hip. And taking 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, and exhale, coming back into your downward facing dog. And once again, keeping the left heel grounded into the mat, taking the right heel up. And exhale, we're gonna send it all the way through to the center of both of your hands. So just stepping your foot all the way forward. You're gonna drop the left knee all the way down, untuck the toe, and just pressing into the hip flexors, lifting the chest. You can keep your fingertips there on the ground for support. Good, and closing your eyes and just feeling the weight of your hips dropping all the way down. Taking 3 more deep breaths. Good, inhale, lifting the fingertips up towards the sky. We're gonna lift the chest up and looking up, so gently pressing into the hips, rounding the spine all the way up, looking up. Good, and continuing to breathe nice and deeply, opening the hip flexors, which might be tight from all of your 30-day activations. Taking 1 more deep breath all the way in, opening it up. And exhale, bringing both hands down to the ground. We're gonna shift the weight back and just sitting back into the hips, tucking the chin towards the chest and finding length all the way through the back of the right leg. You can bring your toes up towards the sky as well, just to find a little bit more length there. Taking 2 more deep breaths. Good, and on the next inhale, slowly floating all the way forward back into your runner's lunge. We're gonna tuck the left toes, lift the knee, and press back into downward facing dog. Good, and just coming back into alignment with your downward facing dog. Good, this time grounding the right heel in. On the inhale, taking the left heel up, 3-legged dog. And exhale, coming all the way through the center. We're gonna place the left foot between both of our hands and slowly dropping the right knee down towards the mat. Untuck the toe. We're just gonna press into the hips once again, supporting ourselves on our hands or our fingertips. If you're finding it hard to bring your hands to the ground, you can grab some books to keep it elevated. Good, and taking some nice deep breaths, just allow those hips to sink forward. Good, and on the next inhale, we're going to release the arms and bringing them right up towards the sky. Gently press the hip flexor forward, opening the heart, the chest up towards the sky, looking up and taking 3 deep breaths here. Good, and just allow your hip flexors to open, your spine to round all the way back. Good, inhale, lifting up. And exhale, placing both hands back down on the ground. We're going to shift our weight back, and this time finding length all the way through the back of the left leg. Tucking your chin towards your chest and taking 3 deep breaths here. And you should be feeling this one all the way through the back of the left leg. Good, taking 1 more deep breath all the way in. And exhale, slowly floating forward back into your runner's lunge, tucking the right toes, lifting the leg and pressing back into downward facing dog. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to slowly make our way onto the front of our mat. So just bringing the legs all the way forward. We're going to take the left leg in. So right leg extended, left foot all the way in. Good, and on the next inhale, rising the fingertips up towards the sky. And exhale, we're going to twist to the left hand side. So taking the left hand behind for support and the right hand to the outside of the knee. Gently looking towards the back of the mat. Inhale, rising up nice and tall. And exhale, twisting in a little deeper. Good, doing this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale and twist. Good, 1 more. And exhale, releasing all the way back. Beautiful. Inhale, rising the fingertips up towards the center. And exhale, floating down into your forward fold. So just holding onto either the calf muscle, the ankle, or your foot. And gently assisting yourself into this forward fold. Just allowing the spine to relax, the shoulders to relax, and the arms to relax. And taking some nice deep breaths. Good, 2 more breaths here. Good, last one, inhale. And exhale, letting it all go. Beautiful, and slowly starting to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Coming back into your upright position, we're going to change legs. So taking the left leg out this time, right foot comes right to the inside of the groin and the inner thigh. And on the next inhale, rising the fingertips up towards the sky, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twisting to the right. I'm going to take the right hand behind for support and the left hand to the outside of the knee. Inhale, picking the spine up nice and tall, creating length. Exhale, twisting towards the back of the mat. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Good, last one, inhale, rising up. And exhale, releasing all the way back. Might even hear a couple of cracks. So allow that to happen as your spine comes back into balance. And on the next inhale, taking the fingertips back up to center, reaching up. Exhale, coming down into your forward fold, this time holding onto the left leg. Good, so once again, either holding onto the calf muscle, the ankle, or the foot, and gently assisting in this forward fold. Relaxing the right hip. And taking a few deep breaths. And see if with each and every breath you can soften into this forward fold a little more. Good, 1 more deep breath all the way in. And exhale, letting it all go. Beautiful, slowly rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. And this time we're going to take both legs out and just sitting the hip bones back. On the next inhale, rising the fingertips up. And exhale, coming down into your forward fold. So we're going to keep the legs together, tuck the chin towards the chest, finding length in the lower back. Good, and just allowing the spine to round all the way forward. And taking some nice, deep, slow, and gentle breaths. And see if you can soften a little more with each and every breath. Good, one more deep breath all the way in. And exhale, let it all go. Beautiful, and starting to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Taking the spine up nice and tall, we're just going to step the hands behind us, lifting up, and let the head drop back. So expanding through the chest and the shoulders. Relaxing through the throat. Good, one more deep breath all the way in. And exhale, slowly rolling all the way up. Beautiful. We're going to come down onto our backs. So just scooting your hips forward. Coming right down onto your back here. Just going to move my microphone out of the way. Good, and keeping the feet hip-width distance apart and just bringing the hands and the arms down into a deep V. Just rocking the hips up and down a couple of times. So just finding length in the lower vertebrae. Good, and once you feel that you've found that length, we're going to inhale and take the knees all the way in. And exhale, bringing both feet all the way up. And from here, we're going to take our index finger and our middle finger around our big toe. So if you feel that you need to bend the knees to reach, go for it. And from here, just allowing the heels to separate and coming into your happy baby pose. So just allowing the legs to separate as much as it feels comfortable for you. Good, and from here, just gently rocking from side to side, massaging through the lower back. Good, and just allowing yourself to come into a deeper space of relaxation. Continuing to breathe nice and deeply into the hips. Good, and gently coming all the way into your stillness in the center. Closing your eyes and taking 3 more deep breaths. Good, taking 1 more deep breath all the way in. And exhale, slowly bringing the legs back together. Good, and just allow the feet to come back down to the mat, bringing the hands back down into a deep V. Good, rocking the hips up once more time. And slowly lowering the hip bones back down. And on the next inhale, slowly bringing the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, crossing it over at the knee. And from here, we're just going to allow the knees to drop all the way over to the right-hand side. So keeping the left shoulder grounded into the mat. Just allowing the hips to twist. Gently closing your eyes and taking 5 deep breaths here. So for a lot of us, we carry tension in the lower back and the hips. And this stretch is quite a deep stretch. So see if over the next 3 breaths, you can really just soften into that a little bit more. Good, 1 more deep breath all the way in. And exhale, slowly rocking back into your center and uncrossing the legs. And bringing your hips back into alignment. And from here, we're going to take the right heel up on the next inhale. Exhale, crossing it over the left knee. And this time, we're going to drop the knees over to the left. And just keeping your right shoulder grounded into the mat for support. Closing your eyes and taking 5 deep breaths. Good, and continuing to allow the hips to soften. allowing the lower back to elongate. Yeah, taking one more deep breath all the way in. And exhale, slowly making your way back to center and uncrossing the legs. Good, and from here, just bringing the knees in towards the chest. I'm just gonna start to massage through the lower back, rocking from side to side. Good, and for our last stretch, coming back into center, we're gonna bring both legs all the way up. So just sliding the hands to the back of the calf muscles, we're going to gently bring the forehead towards the shins and the shins towards the forehead. Just creating space in the last couple of vertebrae in the lower back. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale, slowly lowering all the way down and stretching out on your mat into your final pose, Savasana. Relaxation. Good, and just getting completely comfortable on the mat where you are. And just starting to tune in with your breath. Feeling the flow of oxygen coming in and out of the nose. Good, and breathing deeply all the way down into your belly, feeling your belly rising with air. Bringing it up to the chest and feeling your lungs rise with air. And as you exhale slowly out through the nose, just feeling these 2 spaces come right back down to empty. And do that for another 5 breaths. Feeling that with each and every breath that these breaths are starting to become longer and slower. Just beginning to relax your entire body. Relaxing your head and all the muscles in your face. Relaxing your neck, your shoulders. Relaxing your arms, your hands and your fingers, just letting them become heavy on the earth beneath you. Relaxing your back, your chest, and your belly. Relaxing your hips, your thighs, your knees. Relaxing your calf muscles, your ankles and your feet. And relaxing the toes. And just feeling your body become completely heavy on the mat beneath you. Feeling now that you're in a space of total relaxation. And noticing how peaceful and calm it feels here. And just continue to breathe softly. Feeling your mind is now at ease. And just noticing the energy shift inside of you and how that feels different from the beginning of your practice today. Good. And then slowly just starting to bring your awareness back into your physical body by wiggling your fingers, your toes. Reaching your arms up overhead and taking a nice big deep breath of fresh air. And exhale, slowly moving onto your side for a few moments in the fetal position. Just keeping your eyes closed. And gently coming back in. And then when you're ready, slowly making your way back up into a seated position. And just keeping the eyes closed. Sitting nice and comfortably. And bringing your palms to face up. Open to receive. Just taking a nice big deep breath all the way into your heart space, filling it with gratitude. Exhaling through the mouth. 2 more times, inhaling in gratitude. Exhaling through the mouth. Good. 1 more time, really filling your heart space with gratitude. And exhaling through the mouth. Good. And gently opening your eyes and bringing your hands into heart center. And thank you so much for joining me today. Together we've collected our 30 minutes of activity. And remember that the Dubai Fitness Challenge challenges you to collect 30 minutes for 30 days. You've got this. And don't forget to tag Dubai Fitness Challenge on Instagram and hashtag Dubai 30x30 when sharing your fitness journey. And remember to follow me. My name is Jess Body, and you can catch me on Instagram at JESBODY. It's been a pleasure to practice with you today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste.